Yes, we would like you to ask yourself who you are when no one is watching. Now, you have just received the day before a beautiful message from the guides about Mercury retrograde. One of, again, the gifts of Mercury retrograde is that you get to turn inward. Retrograde, retrospection, all that type of things, the slowing down. When things are chaotic, you have in your world right now with Mercury in retrograde, there is a foot on the brake and a foot on the gas at the same exact time. So, what happens when you do that is you let both feet off. You just let yourself be guided. You just let yourself turn inward. Deal with the things you must in your daily life because remember, you are divine, my children. You are divine. There is nothing quite like you. You are each the most wonderful, beautiful creations that can come about. We enjoy looking at you. However, we would like you to enjoy you looking at you too. And when you turn inward, you can take the time to understand yourself and understand the feelings. And this is the gift of Mercury in retrograde. It gives you the time to stop and complete the best project that you can ever do, and that is figuring out who you are and what you are. And again, especially when nobody is looking. And this can be the times, not we're not saying when you're being tested, like you steal the cookie when nobody's looking. We are talking about the things you do, like when you sing or dance, or you make up little stories and songs that you sing or tell to your animals. Some of you may be the type that even make your animals talk and give them a specific voice and a personality. These types of things, the things that you enjoy, that if there was no rules, no regulations on how one should conduct themselves, like for instance, being a lady or being a gentleman. Yes, if you are a gentleman and you would like to wear something pretty lacy and frilly and pink. That is a wonderful thing to know about yourself because often the things that you rail against, there is something in you that it also calls to you. Sometimes when you are upset with somebody or something, it's because they are doing something that you wish you could. Now, it may not be in the same integrity. Maybe somebody is just being themselves and saying things how whatever comes into their head comes out their mouths. Now, maybe these things are not the types of things you would say, but you do wish that you didn't have to censor yourself so much. You do wish that you didn't have to doubt yourself so much, that sort of thing. Because sometimes we would like you to know, my children, sometimes it is important that you understand that the things that make you so angry, again, is somebody doing something that you wish you could. And again, not a moral judgment, good or bad, but they don't care. Often the people who are breaking the rules, and we're again not going on the judgment aspect here because really everything is for your self search, yourself digging up and finding these things. Because a lot of times, the things that you feel that you have to control yourself, otherwise, you might do something bad. Oftentimes, when you acknowledge these things, when you really think them or speak them out loud, or you write them, we would honestly say write things as much as you can. when you write them, speak them, think them, you can sometimes feel a relief. And sometimes you might write it out or you might say it out loud, even to yourself. Again, like nobody's there. What would you do when nobody's watching? And then you realize, oh, no, 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 no. That does not work. That doesn't feel good. And that is absolutely atrocious and silly. However, that is fine because sometimes it's those things that we repress about ourselves that we see a form of mirroring in somebody else. And again, it is not necessarily the rule that they're breaking that we are speaking on. It's just that they do not feel constrained. They feel entitled. And now, you don't want to necessarily feel entitled. What you would like to feel is empowered, embodied, because the truth is, you are one with divine creation. So you can have, do, or be anything you want. Everything technically belongs to you. We know the earth has its own rules and you have morals and all these things. But if everybody woke up tomorrow and remembered that, oh, yes, I am divine, I am creator, I am just creating this. There is no good, there is no bad, there is no young, there is no old, there is no up, there is no down, there is not even really physical bodies. Everything is fine the way it is because everything is something that was created, and what has been created can be recreated, can be changed, can be made anew. Once everybody woke up, if everybody woke up with the awareness of what they truly are and how magnificent and beautiful they were, they would not violate any rules because there would not be any rules because you would know that you are all part of each other, that you are all part of everything. There would not be need for rules and regulations. We know there are people amongst you that say, oh, well, only, good guys obey the rules and there's no need for rules. Well, the thing is, if you judge people as good or bad, apparently there is, because again, you don't believe that you are divine. And if you do not believe that you are divine, guess what? Nobody else is going to believe that you are divine. That is part of the problems, my dear ones. And we, the fairies, see you as divine. We see you as our siblings in divinity. A lot of you will look at us and think, oh, yes, we are an energy. You may dress us up like little Tinkerbells. You may have all these stories about what we are, but just like you, we are part of divinity. We are just a different, how would you put it in a human term? You are just a slightly bent, different creation because we view ourselves as something, you view us as something, and therefore your viewing us as something changes how you view yourself. Now, for some of you that are listening, you might be, oh, yeah, fairies, right? Well, however, we doubt anybody unless people are just hate listening, which we don't get that because there is only love. And truth be told, even if you do hate something, you have to love it at some level because hate is a mighty powerful energy. And you don't, if you didn't care about something, you wouldn't hate it. So just something to keep in mind there. But again, what would you do if no one was watching? And these are things you can just, again, as we say, write out. We have our own language. We have our own energy. We have our own everything. However, again, we are just a different version of source, of divinity, just like you are, just like animals are, just like even inanimate objects are. We love you. We wish you well and happy digging into, happy celebrating you, happy. mm, researching. You, again, are your best project. We wish you all the love in the world. Call upon us. We will be here for you.